Hi, this is Josh with Beating a Higher Rated Player. Here I was playing the white pieces versus Hung Like Jesus, who was playing black. And I opened with the English opening, and he immediately played the Caro-Kann pawn chain. Let's see. Oh, they're saying it transposes into a Slav defense when I take the exchange. And what I'd like to do is, for that pawn formation, when it's C and D, I play F3, trying to stop that bishop move. But the pawn chain, the exchanges happened so fast that I had this unusual backwards pawn on the D file. So play continued, and notice here that I took the knight instead of letting him take, and then what I usually do. And okay, so this again was an error for Bullet Blitz. Once he takes back with the queen, this backwards pawn is very weak. If I had taken back with let him take my knight instead, then it would I could close it. It's much easier to support with the pieces down here at with the pawn chain down here at C3. Even though there's an open C file as well, it's much harder to defend this weak pawn. So play continued. And I wasn't able to castle because I wanted to support it with this bishop because this pawn is weak. My king is fine because now it's protecting that bishop. And again, these type of battery attacks aren't going to be very effective with this ruined pawn chain. Once he brings his bishop here, I have to move my queen, and he didn't see that I had hung my queen here at move 17 with queen d2. Just didn't see it. With my queen on c2, that's a captured piece, but hung like Jesus, thank the Lord he did not see that. See? So instead, play continued, and he tried to kick my knight back, my errant knight. So I blocked the bishop, saved his bishop, and I saved my errant knight. So we're back to this position. Here again, this cluster is defending the backwards d pawn, but it's now being attacked by one more piece. So I have to try and defend that. So rook a to d1, he piled on more pressure, and this pawn is about to fall. Okay, so here, after this middle game and the set of exchanges, something interesting happened. So, again, this bishop controls this, this major diagonal, but after the exchanges, I thought, well, he could have taken the e-pawn. Since he didn't take the in-pawn with the queen, instead, he played queen a2, which was a surprise to me. So I decided I'll get rid of my queen for 2 rooks. Seemed like a fair trade. And let's pause here at move 27. Okay, so notice that I have 4 pieces. That's 2 rooks and a bishop for the queen. And he just has 1 extra pawn, but these are connected pawns. So it was 1 minute blitz. I should have just played to probably 7th rank, attacking this pawn and doubling up. But instead, I brought rook back to d2 instead of playing to 7. Okay, so then I lost my queen side. All right, so here's where my middle game completely fell apart. And furthermore, then my king side dropped. And then my king side, and here lies the problem, all right? The queen completely dominated the 5th rank of black, from black's perspective, but then created this battery, and I'm about to lose my advantage pieces. I wasn't able to coordinate because of this rook d2 move, in retrospect. So there goes my black bishop, and then a series of checks. And I even lost this bishop to an exchange. So, bishop to my rook. So now look at what he's got. He's got a pawn advantage on the queen side, 2 passers, and it's rook and bishop versus queen. And then, just when you think all hope is lost, a huge blunder, queen h3. So, probably Probably hung like Jesus, overconfident now. Thought, well, I got queenside passers, and I am completely dominating these two ranks, right? Fifth and sixth rank, and I'll just escort. I'll continue with my pawn majority on the king side. That's a big error because he just hung it to my bishop at move 41. And then with less than 10 seconds each, notice he had 2 seconds left, I had 9 seconds left. That was the end of the game. So here I would just mop up on the queen side and then make sure I defended. I'd even sack a bishop off to get rid of a couple of those pawns and then move my king into support. But not much you could do, just make sure that I mop up correctly. All right, so thanks for watching this video. Josh versus Hung Like Jesus. Enjoy chess. Thanks for watching.